Should I share my screen?
Yep, you can share your screen.
It says the host disabled. Oh, okay, there it is. It's taking a while to load. Okay. Hi, everybody. So today we're going to be outlining what my path project is, all the progress that I've made so far, and um, the goals that I've set for myself for the future of my path project. So we're going to go over a couple of really important stuff today. First of all, the ideation and the conception of my app. What are the tasks that I'm going to need to complete before I can publish the version 1.0? My app mockups that I've created to show what it's going to look like, the timeline that hopefully is reasonable, and my piano portfolio and how it all connects to all of this. So how did I come up with this app in the first place? Well, I've been taking the pedagogy class and for a couple months now, and I've also been teaching stages 1 and 2 for a few months too. And I realized that it's really difficult to keep the attention span of kids who are very young, to maintain their attention span. They get bored very easily, they take breaks. So I needed to create something that's very fun for kids and also educational at the same time. And so for this app, I'm targeting kids who are ages 5 to 7, so before they even join a piano studio. So I want to sort of engage them in something that is related to piano and see if they're even interested in learning the piano, right? They have to have an interest in learning it. So it's going to be an iOS app. I'm using Xcode to develop it. It's going to be ad-free, so that'll really help. It's going to be a better experience that way. And there will be no data collection. So that's a really big thing because there won't be any need for any names, phone numbers, emails, nothing like that. There's no need for that in this app. It's sort of going to be just keeping track of the scores and stuff like that. So who is the persona that I'm targeting? Well, I'm targeting 5 to 7-year-olds, but also kids who are new to the piano, right? Because they need something to test out to see if they're even interested in learning it. And early learners. So kids who are new to the piano need something that's really playful and fun. Because how else are you going to engage them in something that's pretty difficult to learn? And early learners are going to need something that's easy to learn, right? They need to get themselves on a path that's solid. So for both these personas, I'm going to be using a keyboard game. That's what the app is about. And there are going to be 3 levels in this game. It's going to be easy, average, and hard. So the difference between these levels is that the keys on the actual keyboard will be missing on some, it'll be shown on some, and there won't be any on the hard level. So for example, the C key, for the easy level, you'll see that it says C over there, or C sharp, For the average, it won't show all of them. And for the hard, it'll just show nothing. So what are the tasks I'm gonna have to complete to get this app published in the first place? Well, I've already finished a couple of this stuff, right? I've defined the user persona. I've already created some wireframes that I'm gonna show you shortly. I've already initiated the development of this app. So I've already started, coding the basic parts of this app. And of course, I'm gonna have to have some help because I'm not a seasoned programmer. I've only started doing this in the past few months. So I'm using my dad's help to create this app because he knows more than I do on some of the stuff. So I'm using his help because it's really useful. And I'm also I've already set up a developer account, so I probably won't be needing the Oclef account for this one. I have a personal account. Next, I'm going to have to create a mobile website, so that'll be really useful in promoting the app, and B, outlining the privacy policy, because that's required. Then after that, I'm going to publish the app, so version 1.0. So it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be the best, but it'll be out there. And shortly after, I'll be getting feedback from friends and family who are probably just going to test out the app, see how it is and stuff, and give me feedback on it and stuff. And then lastly, I'll be promoting it through Oclef. So here are some of the mockups I created that'll sort of just outline what it's going to look like. So when a user clicks on the app, they'll be seeing an app screen. It's sort of like when you click on games, you see like the screen, it says like, who created the app, just a very short, quick 3-second screen. So it'll have the app name. I've not decided the app name yet, but I will be deciding that soon. And soon after, you'll see a screen that prompts you to pick a easy, average, or hard level. So you can pick whatever you want. And there will be two other buttons that say awards and skins. So the award system is something I haven't decided yet, but I have a sort of an idea of what I want to put. And the skins will be just different color schemes for the app, just to make it sort of fun for kids to use. So let's just say I clicked on the hard level, right? So I'll be seeing a keyboard with no note names written on them. And it'll say play the sequence. So over here it says C#, E, and G. So say I click on C#, E, and G, right? So it'll say, great job, sequence completed, and it'll prompt another screen similar to this one with different note names. But say I said C#, E, and A. Well, then it's gonna say game over. It'll show my score, the best score I got, and it'll give me three options: play again, home, and you can choose your skin. So of course, that's just how the basic part of it works. But say I reached a certain score, so say it's 10. Then I can unlock a certain award, like a composer award. So I just used an example for this one, the Chopin award. So I unlock the Chopin award, and then I can click on this box to get sort of like a trading card about certain composers like Chopin that I unlocked. So that's just basically the overall basic outline. There's obviously more to it, but I've just created that for now. So my timeline. I've already started this project. I'm well into it. Not done yet, but I started it back in July. Today is September 26th, and this is the review day. And by November 30th, I'll be publishing the first version of the app, so 1.0. And of course, it's not going to be perfect. There might be some bugs, and I'll have to fix it over time. But definitely by November 30th, I will have the first version of the app going. And last but not least, here's my musical journey. It's sort of a little bit disconnected from the whole app part of it, but I've completed CM10. So that was my path to level 4. I'm taking the AP Music Theory class, and I'll be taking the exam in May. I am already an Oclef tutor. I have enough hours that certifies me to be so, and I'm well on my way to becoming an instructor. So I'm taking a pedagogy class. And last but not least, I'm making this mobile app, and it's going to complete my path project, and it's going to be a really great entrepreneurial opportunity for me overall. I think it's a really good opportunity. So yeah, that's about it. And let me know if you have any further questions.
All right, Nivi, thank you so much. This is really, really well thought out presentation. We can tell you spent a lot of time putting it together, and it's actually very aesthetically pleasing as well. The time that you spent to design it, it has your design approach on it. I can already see. So very good job on that. I'm sure everyone's going to comment on something similar. I'm going to have Fong talk first today because I'm sure he has probably lots of stuff to talk about. So I'll let him go first.
Let me unmute. Okay. Okay. Very, very nice. I'm not going to speak to the app itself because that's your thing. I don't want to impose on that. My advice is to learn the process of app development. Okay, so the process of app development, and you've done a little bit of it, is you want to storyboard it, you want to think through the user experience. The next step as you start coding is, I hope you familiarize yourself with some of the tools that programmers use, right?
Yeah.
GitHub, right? Documentation, right? Those kinds of things, right? Start doing that early, because if you're going to think about a career in software development, any company that you go to will require you to understand how to use these type of tools like GitHub, like Subversion, right? Start developing those habits of a professional coder, right? Commit your code very often, saving. saving it very often, documenting why you're doing the things that you're doing. Okay, right? If you, since your dad is a coder, I'm sure he understands what I'm talking about. If you have any questions, you can always come talk to me, right? Make sure you start doing that from the beginning. Okay, have your code in a Git repository so that you can go back through the history and remind yourself why you're doing things the way you're doing. Okay, right?
Yeah,
That's the best advice I can give for you right now. Other than that, like keep doing what you're doing. Okay.
thank you.
All right, great. Chris, I don't know if you wanted to comment at all on stuff that maybe within the presentation that you noticed or any feedback.
Um, I mean, I think it covered like all the points that I can see in terms of it. It's not really up my alley, like in terms of my experience or knowledge base, but yeah, it sounds really, really great. And I definitely think it's a really, really great tool, especially for younger students within that age range, to engage them and also to get them kind of like the basics of piano as well.
So I did, thanks, Chris. I did have a question for the setup. So I understand that you said that the sequence that was C sharp, E, G was a harder level, right?
Yeah.
So are you doing it where the easy is going to be a single note and then the medium is going to be two notes? Are you doing that?
Yeah, I think I didn't show that part properly. So for the hard level, it can go up to I think 6 or 7 notes. So it's not just three. The easy level will start off with three, and I think it'll stick with three. But the hard level, it'll go up to I think 6 or 7 at the most.
And also I had another question. When people press those notes like on the piano, are they going to hear that pitch or no?
Yeah,
Oh, they
yeah.
are.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to let Matt talk. Keep going. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Nevi. So I just second what everybody else has said. This is really, you've done a lot of work to really plan out this project, and it sounds like you've already put a lot of work into it, and you're pretty far along. So I really appreciate that you've thought this out in terms of the target age range and the sort of the target skill level that you're going for, and your timeline and how that fits with the work you've already done so far. So yeah, I mean, that's, it's, very, very nicely organized presentation. I really appreciated all the detail that went into this. So it sounds like you're well on your way. So sounds great to me.
Nivi, I did have another question. So from our perspective, I understand you mentioned that you need help from your dad. Is there anything that we can do other than you had us at the end of that pipeline where you asked us to do promotion and maybe like beta testing and stuff like that? Is there anything else that we can provide along the way that would make your process better or easier? Like you said, you already got a developer account, so that's something we don't need to help you with. But is there something else that we can help you with that would be useful for your, because this is part of your portfolio, right? So this is, what can we do to make this better for you?
Um, for now, I do have that account, the developer account, so that's taken care of. Maybe just feedback on like maybe any extra features or the wording system. How does that sound? Maybe just overall feedback. But I don't think I really need anything specifically other than just promoting it when it gets published. For now, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I think you're gonna probably have to check in with us again or once or twice. But at this point, it looks like it's a really good start. But maybe you can schedule with me when you have time another meetup on this panel so we can kind of check in how you're doing. But this is a great start. All right, awesome job.